I don't fuck with you like that. I don't fuck with you. That's AB, man. Hey, Bizzle. Hey, man. We getting ready to probably enjoy our weekend. It's gonna be a pretty good weekend, man. I got a 3-day weekend, so uh, I guess I'll start doing some other videos. I know that Danny Jacobs is getting ready to do his thing against Canelo. I really want to talk about that one. That one is pretty much that one has been on my head for a minute anyway. So I mentioned that in another video about how that fight would come about, and it actually came about a lot faster with Triple G playing his cards right. So he ended up forcing Canelo's hand and getting Canelo and Danny Jacobs to get in the ring a lot sooner than he probably wanted to. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But let's get on AB and Manny Pacquiao. I got Manny Pacquiao winning this fight along with probably everybody else. I don't think it'll be anything different. I think Pacquiao is going to go in there and pretty much be Manny Pacquiao. I think that he will be sensational because he knows that AB doesn't have footwork. AB doesn't move his head. And at times in this fight in particular, I believe that he'll neutralize Adrien Broner with his speed. He'll neutralize everything that he's coming into the fight with as far as his game plan. He'll neutralize that right away with his hand speed. So that'll keep Adrien Broner's hands at bay, and he'll probably look like the same AB. For his sake, I hope that he comes in looking a lot different. Maybe pulling some Sean Porter against uh, not Danny Garcia, maybe Danny Garcia. Yeah, Sean Porter against Danny Garcia. Maybe he'll try to walk Manny Pacquiao down. Maybe his defense will be sensational. Maybe his jab will go to work. Maybe he'll be able to throw. Probably try to do some pull counters. Maybe he'll try to throw a straight right. Maybe he can throw the left hook. Maybe no, more likely the right hook because we know that Manny Pacquiao is a lefty. So maybe he can get in there and confuse Manny Pacquiao with some great footwork and cause Manny Pacquiao to be off balance the way that he was when Floyd Mayweather fought him. That's a lot of what Floyd was able to do against Manny in their fight, which is why Manny Pacquiao wasn't really able to go in there and utilize his hand speed the way that he wanted to. He wasn't able to just let go and put together flurries and combinations and things like that because Floyd was neutralizing it with his foot movement, his footwork. He was stepping in the opposite direction, that Manny thought he would be in. Manny is more so, even though he utilizes angles, he's a guy that likes to fight in a straight line. And everything that he does is predicated off of his speed and being able to do it in a straight line. So he'll come in and and get out, and maybe move to his right, maybe move to his left, something like that. But he's not really a guy that's trying to throw off your timing with his footwork, and that's more of what Floyd Mayweather was doing to him. He was able to move in, move out, step right. He was never staying in the same place. And it had Manny Pacquiao concentrating on too many things in their fight. Manny Pacquiao is more so concentrated on fighters that he know is going to come forward and really can't move laterally. So he's able to get in and do the things that he likes to do. And when he can't do it, he's going to look the way that Floyd had him looking, which is very rare because most of his opponents aren't able to do what Floyd Mayweather can do. So Floyd threw off his timing and he threw off his balance. So Manny Pacquiao was thinking when Floyd would shift one way and he would miss, that Floyd would turn him and end up countering him. So he was too concentrated on that in their fight. And it caused him to really neutralize his game plan and his hand speed. So if Adrien Broner is smart, like a Floyd Mayweather, then maybe he's able to pull out that victory. He's able to catch Manny Pacquiao, but you know, there's no point in it's just no point in even hoping or dreaming that this guy's going to come in and do something different. I mean, he's been doing the same thing pretty much since he moved up in weight. His power has not translated into the division. And you would think that even if your power is not able to translate into the division once you move up, you would think that something else would kind of be enhanced. You would think that his mental process, his approach to these fights, that you would think that his mental process would change. You would think that he would start trying to do a lot of things a lot smarter in there and not work harder. And I think that it's the opposite for him. He thinks that working hard is going to get him the win. Is going to get him the looks that he wants to have in the ring. But it's not going to happen like that. You have to, once you start getting more experience and being around in boxing for a long time, you have to start adding more to your game, because now you're fighting the upper echelon guys of the division. You're fighting guys that are just as good, if not better than you are, and they have that same mindset that they're not going to get walked down, they're not going to get punked down, they're not going to get outboxed. Your output is not going to be more than theirs. Your usage and your usage of the jab is not going to be more than theirs. Your counterattacks not going to be better than theirs. They think just like you do, if not better. So it's complicated for you to go in there and so-called make an adjustment and bring about the demise of these guys like you were when you were in the lower rankings and you were fighting guys that weren't on your level, fighting guys that didn't have the power that you had or the hand speed that you had. So now that you're moving up into the upper echelons of the division, it's a lot more complicated for you to do what you were doing at the lower levels, due to the fact that guys are just as heavy as you are, if not heavier. And these are guys that have been in the division long before you came. You had to move up into the division. These guys were already welterweights. So it's complicated for you to just get in there and just do some of the things that you were doing at the lower levels. So he's thinking that Manny Pacquiao is not he's not an official welterweight. Manny Pacquiao had to move up in weight just like he did. So he thinks that he's going to be able to go in there and put together some things and hurt Manny Pacquiao and take Manny Pacquiao out, because Manny Pacquiao had to practically do the same thing. But in reality, Manny Pacquiao did have to do the same thing, but he's been doing it longer. He's been doing it a lot longer. So his power has translated into the division. His skill set and his speed has translated into the division. He's been able to dispatch a lot of guys. Whether people want to give him the credit as far as him utilizing a PED or whatever, whether they want to give him the credit for it or not, he was still able to go in there and put guys away that were a lot bigger than he was. So a lot faster than him, and guys that have been in the division a lot longer than Manny Pacquiao. So you got to give him some credit, even if that is the case that he used PEDs or what have you. So anyway, man, this video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I just had to put something out there about Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner. Like I said, I got Manny Pacquiao winning this fight. And I think, AB has never been knocked out, but I think he's going to get knocked out in this fight. I think he'll do his best not to, but I think the speed is going to overwhelm him. And AB has problems as far as his stamina goes. So I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with Manny Pacquiao in this fight, and he's going to tire early, and he'll probably get put down, somewhere between round 4, maybe round 6. And if he survives through 6, he'll have a hard time in the championship rounds, which is basically 9 through 12. So he's not. I don't think he's gonna make it past 8 or 9 if he gets up, between 4 and 6. So anyway, man, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys on fight night. Peace.